Oh, thank you. And it's 5/8 or something like that. And December 14th, we call to order the Municipality of Anchorage Commission on Salaries and Emoluments. And would you do a roll call, please?
Pat Abney,
Here.
Heidi Dragus,
Here.
Pat Redmond,
Here.
Steve Rager,
Here.
John Rentz,
Here.
full attendance.
Minutes of the previous meeting. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes of the previous meeting? I had a copy of them in my, I have a copy here.
That's what I was looking for this afternoon, and I didn't find them in my.
It's, I'm sorry, that we don't have October 13th was the last meeting, and we have minutes of the October 13th, 2008.
2008. Did we not meet last year?
We didn't meet
Not
in
as,
that.
we gathered out there and discussed
Okay.
stuff, and then said no. We hadn't.
I don't know if
I don't know if Barbara took notes.
Well, I'm sure
Do
I
you want
read
me to
them.
email them to you, or do you want me to print them out for you right now?
We should have
I could-
To review as a...
I'm
I'd
sure
like to read them before I approve them, but
Right.
What, I have a copy here.
if
you'd
you just
like to make-
circulate it, if you're willing, that's fine. I won't write on them.
But it would be good to have them because.
Would be good to approve them.
Yeah.
I could go get them, you can look at them and...
Do that.
Take a short
Can you do
recess
that?
and...
Yeah, let's
Here
do
they
that.
are right here if you want them.
Do you want me to just print out
Why don't, just print out what you
Or-
have too, and then we
Okay.
can compare.
You want to take mine?
And she
She's got it.
She's got it on electronic.
Because I looked to see if I thought I had them in my emails, and I didn't have them in my file.
I can't,
But that day that we met, who was missing?
I lie, I think. No, I haven't got the right page yet. Here we are.
We met out in front of at the front desk there one afternoon
I'm going to
to-
get a different
to
notebook.
approve. I guess there was something we had to sign.
If someone would like to start reading them, here's mine.
Great, thank you.
2008.
brief. I could read them aloud. It wouldn't take me 3 minutes.
But would I remember what you read?
You probably wouldn't. Go ahead. Have you traveled much, Pat?
No, I haven't.
Oh, what's wrong with you? You're always traveling. You're always calling in
From
someplace
somewhere.
warmer than here.
I'm heading out Christmas Day.
No, all right. You're not disappointed.
Going somewhere warm?
Yes, I'm going, well, actually, I'm going someplace that's probably colder than here in northern Indiana. But my niece is getting married.
Nice.
And then from there, I'm going down to Miami and catching a cruise ship through Panama Canal.
Nice.
Never
That's
done that.
More like it.
Yeah. So how are you all been? What have you been up to, John?
Well, you know, I'm working for Nana for the 5th time, and so that's I guess I can't get away from them. I did a lot of consulting work for different, especially for regions. I like working for the corporations, and I've done it so long. And but you know, natural resources still in my blood.
Right. Ooh, I don't know what that was, but it looks like a telephone.
I did that again.
Oh, this was the one where we had the public meeting.
Down in the...
Yeah.
When did Linda retire, I assume?
Over a year ago?
Over a year ago. That's-
Uh-huh.
Well, we haven't met in a year, so
Yeah. That would explain it.
is she still around, or did
I
you
haven't
know anything about her?
Heard and seen a peep of her. I know she was happy to retire and start traveling.
I'd move approval.
We moved. Is there a second?
But people should take their time.
Second.
been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Yes.
This is just the minutes of November 10th?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all this is, just number 10.
I'll just, since I was absent, I will abstain when the roll call's taken.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
One
One
abstention.
abstention. I just mixed all my papers back up again. There we go. New business, review of compensation of elected officials. You all have just got those handouts.
Start with assembly?
I think I have them all there.
So Madam Chair,
Yes.
so the motion, or the action taken earlier described salaries out into 2010, 11, and 12. Does it require an action, or if we take no action, do those just continue to be in effect and
That's
and
correct.
take place? They
They
take place.
they do not require an action at this point, only if we want to change something. I have not heard from from the mayor's office. Have you? Have you all? I haven't heard from anyone on the assembly or the school board.
Do you have the, wait a minute. Do we have the minutes from was it the October, what did we do? Did we do we did 4% or 3% on all of them?
4. We ended up with 4.
I know we ended up with 4 for the
Mayor is
mayor.
4%.
And 208.
But were the others at that same amount? Because we did set a schedule.
I don't believe
We
so.
did set a schedule, yeah, and
Yeah.
you have 2, and I think I have 4.
Not on an automatic
It would be in
increase,
this-
I don't think.
In this resolution, correct? 2008 too?
13. Yeah, so I'm looking for this.
It looks like 4% for the chair. 4% for the members of the Anchorage Assembly.
Oh, here it is.
It looks like 4%.
We also did the school board
Yeah, and that's in here.
and the AWWU.
Well, this was.
Everybody got 4%. Well, except for that, we treated the AWWU is a little bit different.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually would have to have the resolutions there to be absolutely certain.
We have resolutions.
These are
The prior
But
ones.
not,
The prior ones, it refers to the resolutions. But the numbers are in these schedules we have.
I should have looked through my other box. This is 2004, not 2000.
How much of decrease is he asking for for the city employees?
I don't recall hearing a number,
I only heard a freeze.
which I think was a 3% increase, but that may be wrong, but I thought that.
And he increased his employees by 3%, his appointed employees by 3%, the administrative, didn't he?
Well, supposedly he'd done 7 or 5, and then gave
So
them
we
a
need these.
5% decrease and 3% back up. So
Mm-hmm.
So a net 2 down.
So net 2 down, right? And we don't know what he's asking for the regular employees, the union employees. So I know he's asking for the police and fire to take a decrease, but I don't know how much do you.
No, but I can find out.
Can the resolution, the 2008, 2, 3, and 4, that it set the and 1, 2008, I don't have.
It's hard to keep all these straight.
I don't
isn't it?
have a 2000. 2008 resolution.
We didn't,
There's
These
2008
two?
1 and 2008 2. Do you not have those?
You don't-
Well, if you want them again, so you don't have to look.
Isn't that right there?
They look like this kind of.
2008 one right there.
This is 2004.
Oh,
Here, do you want?
Oh,
Here they are
that's-
again.
That's what I need. Yeah.
And I can go grab older ones too.
No, this is the one.
I have it here. If we really need it.
No, I have 2000. I have the older ones. Okay, this is what I needed.
Now, for clarification, I'm looking at the mayor's schedule, and it goes through 2008. But we increased,
That does, but actually the resolution
Actually,
sets it out.
yeah, this.
okay, yeah, but the others go beyond 2008, and so I'm just trying to confirm in my mind that the mayor would continue to increase at 4% beyond 2008 through, what, 2011?
it looks like we set it for, according to this schedule, his salary is, increases 4% up through 2011, up through this next year.
That's what I
and then
thought.
election. And I don't know why we just have it through 2011 from the mayor, and yet the assembly chair and the assembly members are through 2013. I don't know.
It had to do with the election years
Okay.
and something like that, because it doesn't. Each one doesn't go into effect either until.
Yeah, just again for clarification, I believe that that you take the salary in the year you come in, but you do not. This mayor came in. I'm just trying to figure out where we are. This mayor came in last year,
He came in 2009, and that's probably why you did that.
and that's why we did that, because
Yeah.
we felt that there was that we were dragging behind, and tried to try. That's our job. Try to keep up with what we feel is a
Right,
fair
there were-
marketplace. So if we made a change this year in the mayor,
It
it would not affect until the next mayor
Yeah, until 2000.
takes
the
takes
next-
office.
the
So
next mayor takes
I would
office.
be inclined to not address the mayor's situation until we are approaching the next election. Is that?
I don't know about you, but I do have it here. I am retired from here on October of 11.
Right, we all are. That's the other thing. This isn't, for some reason, this board isn't staggered. It used to be, but we can all apply to be reappointed, whether or not he wants to or not is something else. Because we only have one.
Well, let's cut and see
We've
what
only had
happens.
one.
I think it does seem that the mayors, we need to pay attention on the cycle, and we don't know the economics, and we don't know that, we do know that the mayor has expressed and they've taken action regarding city budget being stressed, and in that kind of environment, you usually don't, usually your leaders don't want an increase. It's the wrong message. It certainly congruous with what they're telling us, so. I don't see any reason to address the mayor anyway. The assembly members are incoming more often. School board incoming more often.
Any other consideration? Is there any action for the mayor?
The only thing would be to,
Are we gonna? How are we doing these? One by one? I mean,
I think probably.
One by one's probably best.
So we've done. John has spoken regarding the mayor. Is there any other discussion regarding the mayor?
Well, I guess I have a question. I mean, it seems to me, what we were trying to do 2 years ago is, just like John said, catch him up. The mayor's salary was far behind. Now that, at least to the extent 2010, we're looking, significant increase. I mean, I don't know. Is it something? Do we have to leave 2011 alone? Is it something? Does the mayor want to?
Wouldn't affect this mayor.
It wouldn't
affect this mayor at all. We're just talking about. Well, that's my question. I mean, we're
It-
done. as
There
far
would
as
be
this
a
mayor's
logic,
concerned.
and let's say you thought there should be an ongoing overall 3%. There would be it'd probably be easier if you gave something every year rather than trying to play catch up after 3 years. I will see that. That's a strategy. even though it wouldn't affect this mayor, it would begin to build the future.
There should always be,
It means you don't have a cliff that,
Right.
or that you have to leap up, yeah.
when we set this before, we set it at 4%, even though I had recommended 3.
I know, you were tough.
I wasn't tough enough, I guess. 'Cause
Okay.
Well, the salary really was pretty
it was
far
really
behind.
low, it
That
was, and even
I
at
take it that
4%.
there's no action that you want to take on the mayor's salary.
at this time.
Okay. So, the first one up there is the assembly. Let's look at the assembly.
Let's see. That's broken into chairperson and. Oh.
Well, I noticed that the members go up to about 28,000 by the year 2012, and that's $8,000 over what it was 10 years ago when I was on the assembly.
Which really isn't unreasonable,
I don't think
considering.
No.
Is there any action you'd like to take on the salary for the assembly? The next one is the school board. President of the school board is now making less than about what I made when I left the assembly 10 years ago.
But before that, they were making a lot
It was a
less.
big decrease.
Yeah, we had to really,
Oh,
and we know they're not in it for the money.
okay, so-
Is there any
Okay,
action?
so 9 is 19,000, 10 is 19,800, 11 is 26, and 12 is 21,400. So again, we've set the schedule in place through 2012. So
So what are we at now? We're in
We've got this
so in
schedule.
2011, we don't have, if we met earlier in the year instead of waiting till December, we could arrange it to meet before our terms expire next October.
We can do that.
And
We
take
can
care.
set the date even now if we want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, which is a good idea.
And then we can be addressing into the future and whatever, but,
Okay.
At this point,
Well,
I don't think-
incoming assembly people are taken care of through 2012, so I'd recommend no action.
right.
I'd agree with that.
All right.
And the same with the school board. They're also taken care of through 2012.
All right.
So that's no on school board?
Yeah.
No action on the assembly, the school board, and the mayor. Okay. The AWW board.
Let's see. I can't remember how it is.
That one just has a little bit on the top, which,
I think that was like a straight,
yeah, they just gotta stay.
yeah.
They get a straight salary for I think it's $500 a month for what, however meetings they may have.
Yeah, the
Right.
chair gets 500, I think.
And the others are 400.
Yeah. And that's for both boards.
Madam Chairman, when they came in, I remember when they brought this to us, because I don't think they were receiving a fee before that, and I remember very specifically telling them that if they needed an increase, that they needed to come in, because it was something we knew nothing about.
The same,
And I don't see them. So I'm assuming that they're comfortable with the stipend they have.
and the same with them, don't we do with the ML&P also?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing.
So,
So now the stipend, though, it looks like it's just through 2010. Or at least that's the schedule that we have. Is there
Right.
anything that does that continue?
It continues,
indefinitely?
yeah, it continues if we don't make a
until
change.
changed.
Okay.
And I would
Are we,
recommend.
yeah, are we sure of that?
Yeah, I guess
I
a good
guess
question.
If the
I
clerk
can-
says, says it's case, that's fine for me.
Because it doesn't have a year on it, it has
You're
month.
saying is there a chance it expired the way it was? That's not how they're normally written.
Yeah,
We haven't run into that.
Yeah, it doesn't, here's the.
This was a little bit different.
Here's the resolution for the.
Yeah, I don't have that
AWW.
resolution.
Yeah, I don't have that one either. That's,
I
That's
can
in-
go research it if you want.
It just
it's-
says per month. It doesn't put a time.
Yeah.
It-
So
it
that's
would
like the
continue.
base.
Right.
It would
Just-
continue.
Yeah.
If that was my recollection that it was continuous, and I would have it somewhere in my,
okay.
Yeah, you were right. She's got it there, and there's no date.
okay, so there, no action to be taken on the AWWU Board of Salary. And ML&P is the same as the AWWU. Is there any action that you would like to take regarding the?
I would recommend no action on it.
Okay,
That we continue theirs at the same. I haven't heard any of them that I know on there complain.
nobody's talked to me.
They haven't talked to me about money, not money for them anyway.
Right. And we have the other two pieces that are a different approach to it. If you want to, is there any comment on those two? Assembly chair and assembly members. These are two different approaches to the.
Well, actually, these
They
carry no dates
this
further.
This is just the amounts that we had already figured, but it's showing the
I
amount.
think this
Shows
is
up
the
as
result of our last action, I
Yeah.
think is what this is, and the other's historical.
Okay.
Because it matches.
Isn't there a need, there's no need to schedule a public meeting because there is no action to be taken. And, we have no, you're public if you want to be the public.
I'm good.
No, we have no public people here, and member comments. We'll start with you.
I do not have any comments at the time, except to say that it might be a good idea to schedule that next meeting.
And that was the
All
comment
right.
I was going to make also, that we should schedule the
let's-
next meeting and
Then let's make that our next action. Any comments, you have any comments, Patty?
no, other than I agree with Heidi, I think we need to schedule the next meeting
All right.
sometime in 2011.
No comment? I'm happy to do that.
Steve?
Well, one's more of a question than a comment. I wanted to just have it confirmed from the clerk that we don't have to have a public meeting even for the case where there's no action taken. I mean, is there some requirement that you have to have a public meeting once a year?
Okay.
I just would like to just double check that too.
This was a public meeting, was it not?
This was.
Is
a-
it-
Oh, okay, so scheduled public meeting was.
Well, the
only-
other would have been if
only-
we'd had to,
It'd be a hearing on an action.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
Public
okay.
hearing.
Okay, that should be fine. No, the only other comment I have is that I want to express my appreciation to everybody for showing up on time. This was great that we actually got going right around 5 o'clock.
Okay. In 2011, when would you like to meet?
Everyone's looking at
Wide
me.
open.
Well, you
No, all the
definitely-
women are looking at
Well,
me.
Well, you want
What
it
are you saying,
before the
Patty?
board appointments start, like you said, because you want to be able to get reappointed.
so would have to
If
be.
you want to be reappointed.
So October is our date for,
Right, we need to meet because it seems to take us a while to get organized for a meeting.
Oh, it only took like, what, a month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah, and every year it's taken that.
I would nominate either May or early September, which
I
would
would
give us time to have the hearing if we needed the hearing.
Then I would shoot for May. I would start with May, don't you think?
Oh, it's
Or
it's-
even
Late
it's the-
May or early June.
It's a balance of, yeah, we could probably do a summer meeting. Maybe we shouldn't be afraid. I'm just trying to,
Well, yeah,
obviously,
I
the
know.
longer time we go, the more things might change. And-
Right.
right.
But if we shoot for May, then the first round of budget stuff will be available too. It's only budget for a couple of years, but
But the week of May 16th.
Week of May 16th, okay.
Only because the next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. and I'll be
Right.
gone.
Okay.
let's shoot for the
I think I might have it.
Is
I might have a conflict.
23rd or the 30th? The
23rd.
30th, I think, is the.
There's the fourth, isn't it the
Mhm.
4th?
maybe, I don't know.
The 30th. May 30th is Memorial Day.
Okay. You think you'll be gone on the 16th?
Well,
week of
the
the 16th?
16th.
That was just a shot in the dark.
I know.
Well, the week before, I'm pretty sure I'm wide open. Like
The week of the 9th?
The week of the 9th.
Week of the
But
9th?
the
is
second half of
Saturday?
May gets pretty dicey for me.
Okay, is anybody else?
That's too far ahead.
Yeah, I mean.
I know.
It's open.
Well, you
You can
know,
always change it.
we can always plug it
It's
in and then,
open now.
and then start
For what, the 9th or the 16th?
the week of the
You're,
9th.
you would be here the 9th?
Yeah.
Well, that's Monday, it's fine.
Do we want it on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't care what day.
Tuesdays are generally
Oh, that's
a good
assembly
day. I mean, this was fine. I could. Tuesdays are not preferable, of course, but
Tuesdays are assembly nights. so
Right,
usually
yeah, that's usually not a good night.
staff
That's what I
has
was
to
just
be
thinking.
involved.
Monday's fine.
Mhm.
If you want to do Mondays.
Okay.
Monday the 12th?
Okay,
Monday the
9th actually.
Ninth.
Ninth.
Okay.
Okay.
What time is good for you guys?
5 worked for me.
5
Okay.
works.
Okay. Here,
Okay,
Bar?
Monday,
No.
May 9th,
2011.
2011, is 5 o'clock okay with you all?
Right now it is.
Yep.
You know, as we say, we got to start this right. Because if we don't.
It's easier when the light is out. It'll be.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jackie, for having so well organized. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
very nice.
Okay, putting this in with a reminder for the
Yours
week.
in?
I'm done, plugged in.
Thank you for running an efficient meeting.
Yes, look at that. Very
That's right
friendly
through
group
that.
of people.
All right, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Seconded.
Move seconded. All right. Any objection? Right.